Hi guys, so I was recently scrolling on my phone and I came across this Daily Maverick article about McDonald's donating desks to 2 schools in Cape Town, and I just thought to myself, what the fuck happened to our education system in this country? Now, I'm well aware that this isn't a uniquely South African issue. However, South Africa's relationship with education has always been contentious, from Bantu education in apartheid to corruption by government officials in post-apartheid South Africa. So it comes as no surprise that we will need investment from a fast food company. But what is the saddest part of all of this is, what will our future look like without teachers and schools? It seems as though the profession of teaching is at a crossroads. Teaching has long been considered a noble profession, shaping the minds of future generations. Educators were seen as pillars of wisdom, mentors who shaped the minds of the next generation. But today, many educators feel undervalued, overworked, disrespected, and unsupported. This begs the question, is education a dying profession?
Going on, why are teachers quitting school in the numbers that they are at the moment? Is it to do with discipline?
I think it's partly, but I also think it's obviously pay, which we know about as well, and working conditions. So I think it's just a number of factors that are making teachers leave the profession.
Across the globe, teachers face increasing challenges. Disrespect from administration and parents, lack of support, burnout, and overwhelming workloads are well documented in countries such as the US and UK. The demands on teachers have escalated over the years, especially post-COVID. It feels as though the culture has shifted and the expectation on teachers have become insurmountable. Teachers are expected to do a lot more than teach. They're not just educators, they're counselors, administrators, and often surrogate parents. Not to mention having to make lessons fun and interesting as a way to keep kids, many of who already have difficulty concentrating, engaged. This multifaceted role without adequate support leads to significant stress and burnout. A common complaint from teachers is the increasing disrespect from parents. Once upon a time, parents and teachers worked together to guide and discipline students. Today, many teachers find themselves constantly under attack from parents who refuse to acknowledge their child's behavior problems, poor academic performance, or lack of discipline.
Horrifying. It is horrifying. Your 5-year-old daughters are asking to listen to Pound Town and Ski Yee. Your daughters, your 5-year-old daughters are asking, can we hear Pound Town? I'm playing them Princess Tiana ballet music. And they are asking me, can we hear Pound?
While teachers are on the front lines of education, school administrators also play a major role in either supporting or breaking them. Unfortunately, in many schools, administrators are adding to the problem rather than being part of the solution.
My name is Amanda Kaufman, and I resign my position as teacher for the Shawnee Mission School District effective immediately. Just like a bad relationship, our communication has broken down. You aren't listening. But when you failed to show up to the conversation but sent your lawyer instead, I finally understood that this just isn't going to work. The kids and I deserve better.
Teacher burnout is a global issue resulting from excessive workloads, lack of administrative support, poor working conditions, and limited autonomy. Burnout manifests as chronic exhaustion, cynicism, and feelings of inefficacy. If left unaddressed, it can lead to anxiety, depression, and a complete withdrawal from the profession. And then on top of all that pressure, teachers get no to very little support from administrators, and in many situations, administrators can make a teacher's job 10 times more difficult by sabotaging them if the teacher dares to speak up for themselves. And it is not much different here in South Africa due to our myriad of social ills, ranging from disrespect from students to gang violence on the school premises. It is becoming increasingly more difficult and less rewarding to be a teacher, especially as you are literally risking your health and life for people and children that do not respect you as a professional. In January 2025, the Western Cape Education Department cut approximately 2,400 teaching positions, citing a massive budget shortfall of 3.8 billion rand. This is an indicator of how we as a society view teaching and teachers as disposable. These cuts not only affect teachers, but also the quality of education students receive. It's challenging to give each student the attention they deserve. The workload is overwhelming and the lack of support makes it even harder. This is perhaps the reason why so many South African schools are dilapidated and why children have to carry school desks around with them. Education has become less important to those running our country. Overcrowded classrooms are already a cause for concern, especially in poorer communities, and it will only get worse as more and more teachers lose their jobs and even less young people will enter the profession because the pay is not good, the support is non-existent, and the respect is gone. The entire education system needs a serious overhaul. First and foremost, school administrators, including principals, deputy principals, and anyone in a position of authority must be held accountable for their actions. No one should be allowed to misuse their power to intimidate or bully teachers without facing consequences. There needs to be a system in place that protects educators from toxic leadership and workplace harassment. Secondly, teachers deserve to be heard. Their concerns should not be dismissed or ignored by policymakers, administrators, or school boards. They are the backbone of the education system, yet their voices often carry the least weight. A culture of respect must be cultivated, where teachers are valued as professionals and not just as overworked caretakers. Beyond that, parents need to step up. The responsibility of raising respectful, disciplined children starts at home, not in the classroom. Too often, teachers are expected to handle behavioral problems that should have been addressed long before a child sets foot in school. Education is a partnership between teachers and parents, and when one side checks out, the entire system suffers. And yet, despite all of this, real change feels far away. Until education systems prioritize teacher well-being, enforce accountability for administrative misconduct, and demand greater parental involvement, this downward spiral will only continue. Sadly, for more and more teachers, leaving education entirely seems to be the only way to preserve their mental health. But there are many more who are forced to stay in these toxic schools for whatever reason. For those teachers who can't quit, maintaining a healthy work-life balance is crucial. Experts recommend several strategies to prevent and address burnout. Prioritize self-care. Engage in activities that promote physical and mental well-being. Set realistic expectations. Acknowledge that you can't do everything. Focus on what's most important. Seek support. Connect with colleagues, join support groups, or seek professional counseling. Establish boundaries. Separate work from personal life to ensure adequate rest and relaxation. Engage in professional development. Pursue opportunities that reignite your passion for teaching. Despite the challenges, many teachers continue to inspire and educate, driven by their passion and commitment to their students. By acknowledging the challenges and working together, we can ensure that teaching remains a valued and sustainable profession. At the end of the day, teaching should be a respected and fulfilling profession, not a relentless cycle of stress, disrespect, and burnout. The reality is that the system won't change overnight, but that doesn't mean teachers should suffer in silence. Whether you're an educator, a parent, or just someone who values education, it's time we start demanding better working conditions, better support, and a culture that values teachers as the essential professionals they are. If you're a teacher struggling with burnout, anxiety, or mental exhaustion, please don't hesitate to seek support. Let's keep the conversation going. I want to hear from you in the comments. What do you think needs to change in the education system? Have you or someone you know experienced burnout or disrespect at work? Let's support each other and spark real discussions. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It really helps this channel grow and spread awareness on important topics like this. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Thank you for watching, and remember, we all deserve respect.